Welcome back, everybody. It's episode 6 of Ghosties on Second.
Roll music.
Ghosties on Second.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and welcome back. On episode 6, we have a very special guest, the Maddie Dieterle. And also we have the addition of some new equipment in the room as well.
Yeah.
So this is so exciting. Part of the whole vision for Ghosties on Second, not only did we want it to be an after show, but we wanted it to be a really big part of the Ghostie community. So it was an honor to have fellow Ghostie and Ghosties on Third co-hostie, Maddie Dieterle. And we also have a special guest joining us next week as well. Honestly, anybody listening, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, reach out to me. If you're on the Facebook group, hit me up. If you're not, reach out via our email. It's just ghostiesonsecond@gmail.com. So we'd love that. Really exciting. And don't think of it as like a high pressure scenario. Like literally, we talked to Maddie today for like 45 minutes on the pod.
Yeah.
It's
could have definitely went longer.
Oh yeah, we could have doubled
sure.
that easily.
Yeah.
Like she's so fun to talk to. She's a veteran ghostie. I don't know if you'd call it that. She's been around for years, and she's just such a fun part of the community. But yeah, there's so much in there.
Yeah, in the episode, or in the time we had with Maddie, she went over her Ghostie origin story. She talked us through a little bit of Ghostie Island, the Facebook group for singles, which I wasn't even aware of, which is how it should be, right? Since I'm married. Yeah.
I'm a married spud. Married spud.
And
Toy Story reference.
Yeah, it was just an all around great time. Oh, she talked to us about her side business or full business.
Yeah, her side hustle or whatever. Her Etsy page.
Yeah.
Etsy.com/made by Maddie D. We're rocking and repping some GRKC men's Ghost Runners bracelets that she made, which is super cool. But yeah, I mean, no pressure for any other ghosties who might be interested in joining and having a guest appearance on here, or just, it doesn't have to be, it could be video, it could be audio, it could be 10 minutes. Heck, if you want to like record just your ghostie origin story and send it in to the ghostiesonsecond@gmail.com, I can always like plug that into here. It's just kind of fun for everyone to get to know each other a little bit, see all these people from around the nation, around the world even. We're looking at you, Australia. So yeah, just we love it so much. We had a great time talking to her.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so. I think like we could just get into it here.
Let's jump right into it. I mean, honestly, we had so many plans, but we ended up just letting the conversation take its course. Yeah. We didn't really talk too much about even this week's episodes. But we'll come back at the end and do that as well. So yeah, we got Maddie Dieterle, and then Dusty's top 5 is in the middle, and then we finish out the second half of the interview with her, and then we'll be back and we'll talk about the actual week's episodes. So without further ado, Maddie Dieterle, welcome to Ghosties on Second.
Hello, thank you for having me.
This is so crazy. This is like bizarre that we're having our first guest on the pod.
Yeah,
this is very
I'm
cool.
honored.
Thank you so much for joining us. Shelby will be back shortly. As always, taking care of the baby. So I kind of wanted just to start out asking, how did you become a ghostie? What's your ghostie origin story?
Okay, so I believe it was around July 2023. My cousin had been recommending Ghost Runners to me for years. Shout out Lindsay. And I finally decided to give it a listen. And I have not missed an episode since. Like, just immediately fell in love with the podcast and just never would have imagined all the crazy things that have come from listening. I'm just so grateful. So.
Wow. So you hadn't seen like Gene Short's comedy before that or anything?
Nope.
Wow.
What's Lindsay? What's your cousin's like age group too? Like, kind of curious, like how she also. I mean, you don't have to give her a full origin story too.
Yeah, she's around your guys' age. She went to a John Chris show where Trey Kennedy was opening. Thought Trey was funny. followed him, and then started listening to
Wow.
Do Less, God Bless. And then discovered Jake from that, and then started listening to Ghost Runners, and then, yeah. She's been a
Nice.
fan since pretty much the beginning, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What is our age group? Put you on the spot. Like what age group are we?
25 to 30, right? Am I wrong?
33.
Yeah.
Like 25 to 30? Am I right?
Perhaps I was digging for a
33?
compliment.
Okay.
Just kidding. Or not. Yeah. Or the opposite. Yeah, 33.
Like
There's-
young
I think-
20s, right?
Yeah, young 20s.
Yeah, you can't see the gray in here.
I think, there's so much gray in here. I think that John Christ and Trey Kennedy, like, I feel like that's just a lot of people, a part of a lot of Ghosties origin
organic,
story.
yeah.
I feel like those guys, I think the algorithm picks up on that stuff. Because I truly can't remember the first time that I saw Jake. I don't know if I first saw him in a Gene Shorts video or if I first saw him like opening for Trey Kennedy on tour. I honestly, I can't even remember.
I think my exposure would be like the guest episodes of Correct Opinions with like early on when he would just periodically show up.
Yeah.
And then the tour as well. That was like that solidified it for me.
Did either of you guys ever listen to Trey's music?
I just discovered that like a few weeks ago. I think it's so funny.
It's funny, and he has that one song "Vibes Are Up," which came out like during the COVID era. You haven't heard this?
I think he played some of these songs, maybe all of them. He plays during the tour.
Well, he has his funny songs, but then he also has a couple of songs that it's like he's really
serious?
going for it.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of R&B ish. I don't know, but "Vibes Are Up" was like a big hit in our house. That was when we turned it on.
Gosh.
Vibes are up, vibes are up. Like that was like all the kids were dancing to that in the car. And then so like going to see him on tour and stuff. Yeah, all of this stuff just kind of runs together in my head. But really, for me, like when we saw Trey and Jake, and then we met Rachel, and then meeting Brad, like all that stuff, like everything just became really real. You got to meet Brad. Tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Was it your first like ghostie outing when you went to Indiana?
Yes. So last October we took a little road trip to Napanee, and not like, this is gonna sound so dramatic, but I'm dead serious. Like one of the best days of my life. It was so much fun. Like if you haven't made it to a ghostie meetup yet, like it's amazing. I don't even know how to explain it. But just picture yourself in a room with 150 strangers who have like the same inside jokes as you already. Like you just immediately connect with everybody. Everybody was just beyond kind. Like a lot of us share our faith, and I had the most amazing day. And meeting Jake and Brad was so awesome too. They are seriously so kind, so down to earth, just amazing.
They are super cool. I've only had one interaction with Jake. I think we even talked about it on the pod, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
It was super quick. Like he was literally in the hall and we were in the hall, and we just like popped over for like a quick selfie. And I'll post that picture right here. And that's me and Corey with Jake. What was that? 2023?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that was a crazy awesome night, but literally had one moment of interaction, and I said something to the effect of, I think we're the only two straight guys that came together to see you tonight. And I don't know what I was just trying to be funny, and like the joke didn't land. I don't think he even heard it right. It was very like just okay. Yeah. And like I was trying to like make a joke because Trey, throughout his whole comedy set, Trey and Jake both kind of talk about how it's like, yeah, a lot of you guys brought your boyfriends and you drug your husbands along. And it's like,
right,
we're just a couple of two straight white guys that came to, I don't know why white had anything to do with it. We're a couple of two straight guys who just came together. We left our wives at home and came together to see Trey Kennedy and Jake.
That's
yeah, I feel
hilarious.
like Trey specifically
hilarious.
talks about how white is his demographic anyway.
That's true. Yeah,
like
that's
naturally, he's a
Well, I mean, Derek's
you're
black, so like don't discriminate.
right. Yeah.
Family man, Derek.
Yeah.
Family Matters, Derek.
Yeah.
Family Matters, Black Show. All right. Anyway.
Black cast.
That's Black Show. Dude, Steve Urkel is a legend. Oh, Dieterle, do you even know about Steve Urkel?
Nope.
Don't know who that is. Yeah.
You don't know either?
No. I know. who
Okay,
Steve
okay.
Urkel is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
Showing our age.
the closest thing that I can think of to an experience like that is when I went to Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, and it's like a Star Wars nerd gathering. I mean, there's like literally composer John Williams was there, like orchestrating the orchestra. Like, what is that? It's called? And like
I don't know.
Mark Hamill, like all the actors were there on stage talking. Me and my dad stayed up all night waiting in line. It was like the bomb. It was in 2017 when Star Wars was like coming back before Disney like stabbed it in the eye. Yeah, Shelby's back. Shelby, meet Maddie. You gotta talk into the mic like this close.
Hi, Shelby.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you were sorry.
Oh,
You're
nice
not muted
to meet
anymore.
you. Not me. Hi.
Oh, so we ordered from Maddie's Etsy shop, which is made by Maddie D. So etsy.com/made by Maddie D.
Insert link here.
Insert link. No. And so we got all these cool things. So we got like some like GRKC bracelets for men. Shelby got you got this mama bracelet. A lot of things actually. I'll post a picture here of what we got. But yeah, she's got her ghosty earrings that now you have. Are they the different color or did we get the same color? Either way, super fun. So guys, check out Maddie's shop because everything was like such high quality and so cute. Shelby like squealed when she opened the box. I tried to get it on camera, but I wasn't fast enough. I was like, oh
That
shoot, I
makes
should
me
be
so
recording.
happy.
And now Corey
So
will be
sweet.
like,
Thank you so much.
Specific to men's GRKC.
We
You're
got
like
some
the
dude
men's
like-
bracelet, like like women can't wear.
Yeah, only
Very
men
nice.
can buy that one.
Yeah,
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a specific color. Yeah.
No.
So Maddie was telling us about how she went to Indiana to Main Street Roasters for the Ghostie meetup. Just walk us through that day a little bit. Tell us about the experience. I mean, like as much detail as you want, like from morning to night. Any fun interactions you had with the guys or with other ghosties or whatever?
Sounds great. So we started off the morning by going to pickleball, and I've never played pickleball before. So I was kind of like hoping that like I wasn't going to be like forced to play because I'm so unathletic and it was just going to be a disaster and embarrassing. So thankfully there were lots of people playing and I didn't have to worry about that. Yeah. We like got out of the car and like there's Jake playing pickleball right there. There's Brad over there and it's just like it's just so wild. So we walk over and like we're just immediately like in a circle of people talking to Brad and it was just like it was so surreal. I can't even explain it. And we talked to him. We told him what a Petoskey stone is and lots of Michigan things and tried to convince him that the next Ghostie getaway should be in Michigan at one of the lakes. It'd be really fun. There were a lot of other Michigan ghosties there too, which was really fun. So watched a lot of pickleball, chatted with so many people. I mean, I was just living like my best extrovert life. I just got to talk literally all day to the most nice people. And there was like a short, I don't know, couple hour break between pickleball and Main Street Roasters. They had like a VIP meetup that I didn't get the tickets in time. It was like very limited number. So me and my cousin just ended up going to this Amish pretzel stand with like 5 other ghosties that we had just met. And it was awesome. The Amish pretzel place was very nice. They were super sweet.
Amish pretzel.
And it was great. I mean, I freaking love Napanee. I might move there. It was great.
You said I'm going to say this wrong. A Petoskey stone. Can you tell us what that is? I was curious since you said it.
It's like a stone that's like, oh, I'm going to sound so stupid. I was homeschooled, guys, so like cut me some slack. It's like a stone that was like fossilized in a certain way, so like it has this like pattern on it. You should insert a picture right here.
All right.
Is it a Michigan specific thing?
I guess they're only in Michigan. Yeah, I guess so. I kind of didn't even realize that at first, but then other people were like, yeah, they only have in Michigan. I don't know. So, yeah, that was fun. I'm really hoping they do a meetup soon in Michigan. I miss all my ghosty friends.
I really want them to do Branson, Missouri.
Oh, please. Please. I will walk there if I have to. I will. I need them to
Because
do it
that'd
again.
be, especially after
Please.
Brad was
If
talking
you're
it up
listening,
again,
please do
because
it again.
he's talked up Branson like so many times now, and then even with Jake's dad asking about it recently and
Oh, yeah.
stuff, that'd be a really fun thing that like we could all bring our families to, like bring our kids and everything. We were this close to doing something like that this past year, but do you remember why we couldn't? There was something going on that same weekend. I think that it was like, nah, it wasn't going to work out. And that when we missed Branson, that's when Corey and I like swore to each other, like, we will do the next ghosty thing. And then they announced the ghosty getaway. And it was like, dang it, this is a big one. This is like 4 days away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm gonna miss my wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Well, her she approved, but yeah.
Oh man, maybe we should just have
So-
Shelby and Kadra
Worth it.
come up and stay at an Airbnb next door
With all the kids.
with all the
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
I think next door to
Never
that
mind.
place is probably pretty pricey. I would
Yeah.
assume, too.
Oh yeah, that you could have like the off-site unofficial. Never mind. I'm not condoning that, Jake and Brad.
Well, it wouldn't be there. Like, well, I guess if you're on the property, maybe they have to have
Somebody-
a release or something.
Somebody in the Patreon asked, they're like, what if I stay because it was sold out, and they're like, what if I stay at a hotel off-site? Can I still come every day? And they never responded to it. It's like, you got to read the room, brother. You got to read the room.
But yeah, but I think because they have like a private chef and stuff, like they probably have like a finite amount of space, like grocery list and all that stuff, and like that person can.
Plus,
only,
it's part of the experience. If you stayed at a
right
hotel,
exclusivity or whatever.
yeah, it would just be kind of awkward. I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Like, when is this person leaving? I'm just kidding. When are they going back home?
Yeah, or you could have like ghosty getaway day passes. Where
It's too much.
I know.
Now it's a moneymaker.
you get like a red wristband, and it's like you're allowed to be here between the hours of 12 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Yeah. Someone's checking at the door.
That's hilarious.
Talk about, because I think that you've been in the ghosty community for a solid amount of time. I mean, you are somebody who is like a bit of a legend in the Facebook group with how many jingles you've written, with all of the GIFs, all the memes, like everything. So talk to us a little bit. Go ahead.
I was gonna say even off.
Get closer.
I was say even out of the Facebook group, just like listening, because I only recently, maybe in the last couple
They mention you all the time.
months. Yeah, exactly. Only in the last couple months did I join the Facebook group, and before that, I already like I could have recognized like the name, didn't know what your face looked like until the Facebook group, but yeah.
Yeah. But so talk to us a little bit about like the first time that you ever made a GIF, and like that website that you use, and the first one that kind of went really viral, because I know some of them have gone crazy viral. So yeah, talk a little bit about that, and then also about the jingles. Like, what's your process for making a jingle? And then after that we can talk about your Etsy shop a little bit.
So for the gifts, just in my normal life, I'm kind of known as the gift person. Like, if you do something funny and it's on camera, I'm going to turn it into a GIF and I'm going to text it to you later. And it's funny. I have fun with it. So, one day, I think it was the Mouse in the House day, like Brad's reaction to Timon singing, he was just like, and kind of did a little shocked face. And I thought it'd be really funny as a GIF. And so I made one, I posted it in the Facebook group and asked like, hey, can I start making GIFs? And Jake was like, do it all you want. And so I went a little bit crazy and started going wild, making a bunch of GIFs. But then for like a couple months, I couldn't figure out how to post them publicly. Like, nothing I was trying was working. And then randomly in an episode, they mentioned that Timon had like made this GIF from a Jean Shorts video and it had gotten like 8,000 shares. And I was like, okay, wait. Like, how'd you figure out how to get it public? So I messaged him and he totally helped me figure out using like the Tenor app and posted them all on there. And the one of Brad going like, no. Last time I checked, I think it's at like 60,000 shares. That one is the most viral by far. Crazy. I think in second place is Jake, You Got This Mama, and then the Okay Mama one. But my favorite is when it's just like the most random GIFs get shared. I'm like, this is probably a ghostie, but like I made one that said, oh, I got dead ratted, because that was just like a funny review, and it's been shared like 15 times, and I'm like, who's sharing this? Like, I just want to know. It's so funny.
It was the context of it, yeah. Them sharing it.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, so that is just always fun. The insights on the app are so funny. I think overall, last time I checked, it was like 85,000 shares, which I genuinely, like, I can't process that because, I don't know, I'm not a social media person or like anything like that. So thinking about 85,000 people clicking on a GIF and sending it, like, that, it blows my mind. I'm probably like 4,000 of the shares, but it's fine. It's fine. They still count.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been really fun.
Caleb's fixing lights.
Having malfunctions over here.
You're good. You're good.
So tell us about the jingles and your process. Like, what's your process for coming up with the jingles that you've done?
So the first time I wrote one, I wanted to write one to Santa Fe from Newsies because it's one of my favorite songs, and I've randomly parodied? I'm going to make that a word. Rewritten it like 5 times for just various reasons. I don't know. And so I decided, like, I got to do one about ghost runners. Like, surely Timon knows this song. And so I wrote it, and I was, like, really nervous to email it in. But I finally gathered up the courage. I sent it in. And then it had been, like, quite a few weeks, and they hadn't done it. And so I was like, man, like, it wasn't good. They're not going to do it. And I randomly wake up on this one Monday, and I would, like, fast forward to the end of the episode to see if they sang it. And I had fast forward all the way to the end, and Timon and Brad were singing this song from The Greatest Showman. And so I was like, shoot, like, another week, and they didn't sing it. So I take it back to the beginning. I'm going about the rest of my day, and this is so random, but I was hosing off a tent canopy because it got dirty in my front yard. I'm just, got the hose on, got my headphones on, and all of a sudden, they're like, okay, we have a jingle from Maddie Dieterle. And I chucked that running hose, ran in the house. It's like, Mom! And so my family sat in the living room and we listened to the song. And it was so fun. I was so excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you switch
funny.
to?
My neighbors probably.
No, I was gonna say, did you switch to like watch it on YouTube, or did you guys just like sit in the living room and listen to it, or do you always watch on YouTube?
We listened to it. I normally watch on YouTube. I was listening while I was doing my chores, and then I immediately was like,
Yeah.
Patreon, I want to watch this. So joined the Patreon, watched the jingle.
Nice.
It was awesome. We put it on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we started this
there are lots of good
podcast,
I mean, I have to watch it because I need gifts.
yes, of course,
Gift
that makes
queen.
sense. So when we started this podcast, I had no idea about the Spotify, like, at all. Like, I had to download Spotify, like, reset my password to my account. So seeing the Spotify version of Ghost Runners, it was like there's different people commenting. It was just like a whole different world. And so when I started to go back and listen to episode 1 of Ghost Runners last week, which was so fun, it was like audio only, and there was no theme song, and it was just like, this is great. This is like, when we started this, we came in like, they're at their ceiling, and so it felt like that's the floor. Like, okay, we have to have a theme song, we have to be on camera, we have to have all this.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we could have just like started this with just audio and not do the whole shebang. But I think from the beginning, I wanted it to be like a video thing, like an after show, where you just hang out and you can see things on the screen. I love when we get to throw like a little picture up on the screen for people to see something or whatever. That's just such a fun element of it. But yeah, I've definitely come to find that more people, just barely though, more people listen to it on Spotify than watch it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this podcast or their
Interesting.
podcast?
Ours. I don't know about, I haven't looked at the Ghost Runners numbers, but our podcast, I mean, it's so close. I think we're at 94 subs on YouTube, 97 on Spotify. But then our views, like we hit 500 views on Spotify like last Saturday. So like a weekend, almost 2 weeks ago. But we still haven't hit 500 views on YouTube, I don't think. Maybe we're almost there or something. Who cares?
Okay.
But what's funny is that those numbers, when you see a number like that, you're like, oh dang, 500 people have watched this thing, but then you look at like the rates of where they drop off, and it's like, okay, so really like there's been like 65 hours watched, and all of these are like an hour long. So it's like the equivalent of like 65 people have actually watched it. if you're doing all the math, but it's all good.
That's still pretty awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's been so fun listening to you guys.
That's so bizarre. Like, honestly, it's so funny. A little bit of the behind the scenes with the pod is like we record, and then the next day I spend so much time editing it down from like 2 hours to 1 hour, or like an hour 40 to an hour 20 or something. And it's just like all the like the little tiny edits
throughout his day job.
Yeah, it's like I have to like
doesn't quit his day job.
On breaks. I haven't quit my day job. Yeah, we're making so much money.
We need a couple more zeros at the end of the 90 something subs to get that.
I know. I like clicked on the monetize tab just to see like what that would even look like, and it's like you have to have a minimum of 500 subscribers. It's like, whew, okay, that's a lot, but that's like 15% or 12% of the number of subs that Jake and Brad have. I think honestly, if I would feel like this show is like worth it to like keep going if 10% of the Ghostie community enjoyed it, like listened to it. Because I mentioned it like on the first Facebook thread that I ever did. Somebody asked a question about like, is this for real or something? And they weren't being mean, but I was like, hey, don't worry. Like, if this doesn't work out, we're not going to keep doing it forever. Oh, hold on, we have Justice.
We have guests.
Dusty's top 5 live and in person. Want to pop on the video real quick?
Sunday.
So this is Maddie.
Oh.
She made all of the bracelets and stuff. Oh, I haven't given you your bracelet. I'm going to give it to you. And this is Sunny. Oh, Sun. How old is Sunny? Is she 16 months?
Nice to meet you guys.
18 months. You want to say hi, buddy?
Say hi.
Hello.
All right, get out of here. You're going to be late for Dusty's top 5. I'm just kidding. Oh, hey, this is a great opportunity. So, audience, get ready for Dusty's top 5. Take it away, Dusty.
Everybody, breaking news! Breaking news! I'm back. Dusty's top 5. Let's go! What is up, everybody? I am back, and we've got a pretty good top 5. Well, let's get into it. Number 5, the Main Street Roasters jingle. I just thought it was fun. Well, that was number 5. Number 4, Timon's jingle, the Funk Pop Electric jingle. It was pretty fun, just like the 5th one. Number 3, when Jake was talking about the butt massage. It made me laugh a lot when they were like showing the video of that woman just massaging his crack. That was funny. Number 2, this is something coming off of Schmores when they were talking about their bonuses and they were talking about microwave buttons. Made me laugh. It made me very like, yeah, let's go. When Timon was talking about the only 30 seconds button, that's the only thing you need. And Brad was like, well, you need a stop button. He was like, open the microwave. That made me like, ooh, yeah. Maybe not the second time, Dad, if you're watching, but the first time, yes. Number 1, Schmores. Yes, Schmores. If I had to agree with any one of them, I'd go Timon. They were talking about slacking on your Chipotle bowl. I mean, I get a burrito, but they always give me too much rice. Never enough chicken. I always get at least 4 bites with just rice. I get a burrito with white rice, chicken, and cheese. Thank you. If I had to go with a champagne problem, this is a Nintendo Switch. If you are too old to know what this is, or too young to know what this is, then I'm sorry. But here's my champagne problem. See this? It says downloading data. You know how long this takes? Like 10 minutes. I don't want to wait that long to log into Fortnite. 30 seconds is already enough just to get onto the game. That's my champagne problem. Well, that's it for me. Oh, stop. These laugh tracks, or these booing tracks, I don't believe they're real. I don't think you guys are booing at home. You're probably like, oh, I don't like the top 5. I'm glad it's over. Maybe I should stop doing them. Whatever, I won't. But I'm gonna look into this. It's not right. All these laugh tracks and booing tracks. Is there really like a million people watching where everyone's doing boo? No, I don't like it. Anyways, that's been Dusty's top 5.
Let's go. Hey, that was awesome. Great job, buddy. We love you so much. All right, we are back with Maddie Dieterle, and I don't mean to take up your whole evening away from you, Maddie. So I know we've talked about a lot of things already, but do you have anything about being a ghostie just over the past couple of years? Any interactions with other ghosties, not just at Indiana, but like, during this whole online presence? Are you in any of the other like ghostie groups on Facebook or anything?
I think I'm pretty much a part of like all of them. I think the one that I'm not is like the Crunchy group because I don't know. I love my red dye 40 things. I eat a lot of Sour Patch Kids, so I don't want to know. I don't want to know how it's poisoning me because I want to keep enjoying them. If that's the way I go out, then I'll see you guys in heaven. Oh man. But
enjoy it before RFK
it has
gets to
been
it.
so amazing. Like I said earlier. Sorry, say that one more time.
I just said enjoy the red 40 before RFK gets to it. That is a joke.
Yeah, I know. If my Sour Patch Kids change, I'm gonna be upset. But
have you had Joyride
I'll
before?
survive. Say that one more time. Sorry.
Have you had Joyride, the
No.
candy from Ryan Trahan? Oh,
Our kids love that one.
it's good. You can only get it at Target
Okay, I'll have
and
to try it.
Whole Foods maybe
Okay.
and online, but it's like versions of all of these famous candies, but they're like way less sugar, better ingredients or whatever. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. I'm sure. Yeah, so it's the kids love it though, and honestly, the Sour Patch Kids one is legit. It's really good. All right, sorry. So you're not in the Crunchy group,
Okay, I'll have to
but
give
you're
it
in
a
some of
try.
the other groups.
My body would probably.
What's one of your favorite ghosty groups on Facebook that you're a part of? Say hi.
The On Your Feet group has been keeping me accountable, so I appreciate that. Haven't changed my diet at all, but I've been doing push-ups and sit-ups, so that's good.
Okay. No way. Okay.
That's good. It's been a little frustrating because my biceps are so big now that like I had to buy new clothes and all that just from doing so many push-ups, but it's okay.
Hey, champagne problems.
I started the
That's not a
gluten-free
champagne.
Ghosties group as a joke.
You started that group?
Sorry, you keep lagging pretty bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey.
Tell us about
Sorry,
that.
you were lagging pretty bad. You said something I didn't hear ya.
What's the gluten-free group? Tell us more about that.
Okay. Jake and Brad randomly started like talking about gluten a lot in the podcast intro. I can't even remember what it was about. And so I just like posted sarcastically, can you please keep your podcast intros gluten-free so that I can listen because I have celiac? And it was just a really stupid joke. And then in the comments I was like, we started gluten-free Ghosties group because so many people were starting different Facebook groups. And then there were actually like 6 people who were like, oh my gosh, do it. And so we did it. I think there has been like 4 posts in there over like the past, 6 months. But I need to post in there more, ask people for recipes and stuff. But yeah, that one's fun. Part of Ghostie Island, so that's been fun.
Tell us about Ghostie Island. What's it like on the island?
It's crazy, man. I mean, there's just so much going on, like so many weddings. I can't even keep up. Honestly, we did like one group FaceTime call. We did like one group call, and poor Philip was the only boy on there. It was like me,
Hey,
Plenty
a
of
bunch
fish in the sea,
like
Philip.
20
Yeah.
to 30-year-old women, and Philip. Poor guy. He was a good sport. But yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, she's so great. She like will do a little prompt post. So like, I'm trying to think what one of them was recently. We did like a scavenger hunt where you had to like take pictures of this and this and this and this, and then post your favorite one. So like stuff like that has been fun. There haven't
Very
been
nice.
any like romantic meetups that I know of, but I'm not Laura, so you'll have to ask her about that if she ever makes it on the podcast. But I've made some
I
friends.
think we're gonna
there,
get
so that's
Laura
been
next
amazing.
week.
Yes,
Very nice.
she's awesome. Love you, Laura.
We're gonna have this figured out a little bit better by then. I think I'll have to figure something out, like the lag and whatnot. We'll get a better internet connection over here. Oh, hey, let's dive into the episode. I know I asked you to take a couple of notes. Can you start us off?
Mm-hmm.
Episode 434, Monday's episode, the Vietnam episode. Was there a couple of things that stuck out from that episode?
I was cracking up at the short intros. I commented on YouTube on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights. I only let myself listen to the intro, or else I'll stay up till like 4 a.m. listening. So only let myself listen to the intro. And this week I got, what's the shortest intro we've ever done? Literally 3 seconds of preview. So that was funny. That made me laugh. Let's see. Their ad reads are just always phenomenal. Like, how do they keep coming up with funny stuff? The only podcast that I ever rewind ad reads on. I mean, you guys are awesome. So funny. Let's see. The Forrest Frank jokes. Those were cracking me up.
I was just gonna say that there's some notes about the World Vision intermission. I've only been to my wife and I just went to a Brandon Lake concert like in the fall, and this was my first exposure to that. And I think there was like 2 people that came on initially, like opened, and then the World Vision thing, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I mean, I didn't know. I didn't expect it, so I was just like, what is happening? Like, yeah, I was like, how long is this gonna be? How long is this gonna take? Trey Kennedy. But yeah, like I don't know. It kind of threw me off. I get it, but I don't love the approach.
I know, and it's tough. Like, we went to a lot of worship nights over the past 10 years, and like every worship night, whatever worship band's coming through, they always have that, or like, like a winter jam or whatever. And I think it's just like, it is what it is at this point. It used to just be winter jam, and then now it's like every single Christian concert between the opener and the main, there's World Vision comes out, and you got asked if you want to sponsor a child. It's not bad. It's just interesting that it's just like a mandatory commercial now.
Yeah,
it's obviously not bad.
Right.
We've talked about.
I feel like we should be doing it. Honestly, I've said that. I think it would be good for the kids.
Yeah.
But
if you did,
want to fork out the dough.
If every
$30 a month.
Wait, but if every time you went to any concert, you were like, I would say, I don't know how else to say it other than like kind of guilted into like another $30. It's like it's gonna start adding up if you're a concert goer. Like spending $3,000.
Once you've got your one kid, then every time it's like, oh, I already support.
Sorry.
So then you have to start like walking around with like a giant fold out picture of a kid in your wallet.
Already do this.
Like
they're like, raise your hand, and you like hold it out. You're like, this is my guy.
There's no soliciting. Because that works.
No soliciting sign.
Well, every time someone like stops me somewhere to give money to a cause, I'm like, I give money in other ways, and I just don't care about your cause.
Yeah, right. That's exactly.
That was how I felt the other. Maybe I shouldn't say it because some people will be offended if I say it.
Say it.
It had to do with animals. I'll just say that. And I was, first of all, they were stopping me on the street, and I had 4 kids with me. And I've got one kid trying to climb out of a stroller. I've got a 4-year-old trying to run into the street, and I've got 2 other kids, and they're trying to sit there talking to me about animals. And I was just like, I
got 4 animals right here.
Yeah. I was like, sorry, guys. I was like, you know how many children are trafficked and starving and like, I didn't actually say any of that. I almost did.
You're like, I'm good.
I almost did. No, but I just very politely, I was just like, as my arms are going like this, trying to wrestle children, I'm like, not today. I won't be giving any money to the puppies today.
Yeah. She had a defund PETA shirt on her.
Not today is a great answer.
No, just kidding.
I won't be giving any money to the puppies today.
That's like exactly how it looked.
Can we gift that moment, Maddie?
Yes, of course. Of course.
There's no context. Just
Not today.
Maddie, do you have any Ghostie merch from the official store?
I do. I have the Wake Up and Smell the Horses shirt, and I get a lot of interesting looks in public where it's awesome. People kind of like squint, try to read it. It's great.
Yeah.
That's all I have right now. But
what do you have?
I was just say I have a long sleeve shirt that you got me for Christmas, and
I have a short sleeve that you got me for Christmas.
Yeah, but when you gave it to me, you had just told me, or like convinced me to join Facebook, and I have the Facebook group, not Facebook overall, like living under a rock.
The Facebook.
Yeah.
Drop the.
Yeah. He told me to join MySpace, so I did in 2025. No, I had just joined right before Christmas, and like you had posted like, so excited, I just got my best, like the first post I saw, I think, or like second post, like so excited, just got my best friend Ghostie merch, and I had just bought him Ghost Runners merch. So it was just like, it was funny. But then my wife just bought me I think it's the I Love Ghostie or I Love Mondays, Ghost Runners cup. So yeah, I drink it all the time and always drink like this so you can see it,
As long as we've been a part of the community, it's like no matter what I learn about Ghostie lore or whatever. What's up, girl? What's up? Come here. Want to come here?
I might need to.
No matter what I learn about the realm of Ghost Runners, there's always more to learn. Like there's so much that I still don't know. So many things that I'm out of the loop on. Like I think we've talked about this before, but like s'mores, for the longest time, I thought it was s'mores. I didn't realize that it was like short for Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. But so you've been around a long time. How quick from like 2023 when you first saw an episode, how quick did you find out about the Facebook community and like join and kind of integrate into the community?
I think it took me a few months to join the Facebook. I just kind of didn't think anything of it. I just listened to the old Ghost Runners episode where they mentioned like maybe you should start a Facebook group, like that could be fun. So that's kind of crazy to hear him talk about that. But I just thought like what could possibly be going on in this Facebook group about a podcast? Little did I know all the shenanigans that would be going down. I think I posted in there like, I don't know, maybe once or twice. I promised a Mouse in the House tap dance, and I have yet to record that. I gotta be in the studio on a day that other classes aren't going on, so I'm not very loud, but I'll get it eventually. And then I started making the GIFs, and that's when I really started posting a lot, finding a GIF to comment like on every post if I can. Pretty fun.
Do you know how many jingles you've written?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I have probably like 35 in my notes, but like there's like a lot that aren't finished. I just randomly get an idea, and so like it's just in my notes.
Wow.
I've written quite a few. It's become my new hobby.
I think the first time that I became a fan of yours was seeing when you did the dance to Jake's dentist office visit. That was so cool.
Man.
Like I thought I was laughing out loud.
Thank you.
I forget where I was, but it was just like, she did it. she really did it. Like it was just such a fun. Like I felt like you like really like went out on a limb and like did something really funny and creative. Something that like was just very
Stupid.
unique, and it paid off. It was. I think everyone in the group loved it. It was really cool.
I've not seen that.
You haven't
You have
seen
to
it?
put a
Thank
link
you.
up here.
Yeah.
Put a link up here.
All right, we're gonna definitely
You don't have
show
to do
this
that.
afterwards.
She's like, wait. That's crazy though. You said 35. Like, have you submitted all 35, or you're saying like you have some kind of
I
like
think
that you haven't?
no. I'm guessing I've submitted maybe 12, 15. I've sent a few of them that they haven't done. So I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll figure it out and send you the official number. You can put it in later if you want. I'm guessing like 12 or 15.
That's
Nice.
cool.
So are you like a songwriter? Do you just do parodies, or do you enjoy writing songs like just outside of that fun little hobby?
I have no musical talent at all. It's just I guess I can figure out rhymes, so I just parody things.
It's great.
I've never
that's
tried
really
writing
fun.
a song. I'm sure if I did, it would be terrible.
You said,
No,
you
probably
said
not.
You've done a great
Said
job
you
of
wrote-
everything we've heard of
you
you,
wrote
so
35.
I'm sure it's
So
great. Yeah.
sounds like.
I used to parody things like when I want to say, like in junior high, I got on this kick of parodying things all the time, but I'd be mortified to share them now because they probably were all like bathroom humor. Like I was a middle school boy. Like
It's
that's
so funny that you said that. I was just gonna jokingly say poop about poop.
it was.
but
That's what it was. I'm sure.
that is
Yeah.
funny.
I one time wrote a parody to the song "I Want to Be a Billionaire" by what's that guy's name?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
I think it's millionaire.
Oh, is it Millionaire?
Wait,
I want to be a
with inflation, it's probably billionaire
so
now.
Freaking bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trillionaire.
I wrote a song called "I Want to Be a Homeless Man So
Oh.
Freaking Bad," and I had like the verses. It was about like this guy sleeping
Fully
on a bench,
homeless?
fully
Yeah.
homeless
The
man.
Spectrum.
I want to be a fully homeless man so freaking bad. That's shoot. Hold on. It says, heads up, Maddie's device storage is running low. Maddie may not have enough storage to continue recording. Have them clear up space to continue. Okay, well, hey, we're coming up on 45 minutes anyway.
Shoot.
But no, you should totally you should try to like dabble in like writing a song. Like just write your own song. Figure it, yeah, I don't know. I think you'd be great at it.
Oh man.
Plus, by the way, like
I could
all of
try.
the whenever you're learning how to do something, you always have to imitate somebody else's thing first to get good at the craft, and then you can start
True.
creating on your own. So I think that's what you've done. I think you're like the ball has been on the tee, and I think now you're ready to like take a pitch, you know?
Yeah.
Just for a baseball term. This is the Ghost
I
Runners.
could try.
Oh, sucks.
We'll see.
Well,
Sorry, I don't want to put you on the spot. All right, Shelby and Sunny are heading out.
so nice to meet you and talk to you.
Bye,
Sorry,
guys.
this little crazy.
So nice to meet you, Shelby.
Gotta go.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, well, I'm sure that we're gonna think of like, 11 other things that we wish we would have talked about, but
We can always have you on again another time.
yeah. It's always great to have
would
another
love to.
ghosty
Sounds great.
co-hosty.
Yeah. I feel like if I knew a heads up too, because I
I'm
don't think I
honored
knew
that
until
I
like
got to
right
be
before.
co-host.
I probably would have thought of some questions too.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, it's okay.
Oh, and we didn't even really talk about the episodes that much, but this is just a great
Did not.
introduction
Yeah.
to people who've never met you and who haven't seen you and whatever.
Yeah.
Because our
famous.
audience is so big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was say the famous Maddie.
The
Dieterle.
famous,
Yeah.
the infamous,
No.
Mad Dog Dieterle.
Not infamous. Just famous.
That's me.
Oh shoot! I feel like I had one last thing though. Yeah. Oh yeah! I remember what it was. So can you just tease a little bit of the wildness that is Ghosties on Third? Like this is so crazy. This is even happening.
Yeah. Laura commented on your post something about, do we need a podcast about the podcast that's about the podcast? And I was like, of course, I'll do it with you. And so we decided, you know what the heck? Like, let's just do it for fun. I mean, I think we just kind of wanted to FaceTime, to be honest. We just wanted an excuse. And so this was a good excuse to chat. And So we finally were able to record it yesterday, and it took us a while to figure
that's
out
awesome.
the app, and then it took us a minute to start. We were like, no one's listening to this, but we're also kind of nervous. So it took us a minute to get an intro that we liked, and then we decided like, oh, we need a theme song. So I parodied the original Ghost Runners theme song, and she sang it live. I was gonna try to sing it live with her, but again, I have no musical ability, so Laura took one for the team.
So cool.
And yeah, we just chatted.
I was just gonna say you think that like no one's gonna be listening, but I'm sure you'll have a ton of like listeners because you're famous, ghosty famous.
Yeah,
at the
ghosty
very least,
famous.
I kind of hope not, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
How long is it?
well, thank you. I want to say like 45 minutes at the longest. I feel like it was closer to 30.
Okay.
And had you and Laura
Yeah.
ever met in person, or had you ever FaceTimed before?
Yes, we have. Well, actually, I don't know if we've even FaceTime before, like one-on-one. I think we've only done it for a Ghostie Island thing, but like an accidental group chat got started. We were gonna do like a Ghostie Island Christmas party, and we couldn't find a night that like worked for a lot of people, and so this group chat accidentally got started called Christmas Party, and it's just me, Laura, and then Hannah Jennings and Hannah Warner, who are two other awesome ghosties. I met Hannah Warner briefly at Main Street Roasters, and we started this group chat on accident, and we talk almost daily. Like, it's been awesome. I'm so thankful. Like,
That's so cool.
yeah, it's been so fun. Just so many ghosties. Like, it's just such a God thing, honestly. Like, I feel like God really knew that, like, I would need this community at this time of my life. And, like, we pray together, we chat, we laugh, you know. It's like, it's just amazing. I have so many connections with people I've never even met in person. It's wild.
Yeah, that is so great. Like the community part of it really is something special. Like that's something that I didn't expect out of. Started from some funny videos that I'd watch with my kids and with Shelby, and when Corey and Kajra were over, we'd like put on some random Gene Short stuff. Yep. Watching the pod, and then becoming a part of the community. Like at first, it was like a little bit of FOMO. Like when you'd hear them mention things, mention people's names or whatever. So getting into the Facebook group at first was just to kind of like, I gotta see like what's the next layer of this, and then when you're actually a part of it, you see the people
right
talking to each other and just all the love. Like there's just a lot of, and there's people who are not afraid to be vulnerable on there and ask for help, ask for prayer, to share hard things. Yeah, it's an impressive place, and it's really, it's just something really special that Jake and Brad probably never expected in a million years for like the community part of it to become such a
in the beginning. They specifically say in the first few episodes, like we're just talking to our family here. So they definitely did not expect.
I still haven't listened to episode 2.
I truly think it's such a God thing.
I agree totally.
That's it. Laura, like she and I talked
So cool.
Over Messenger just for a few minutes back when this all began, because I found out that she had a Ghosties on Second group that I had no idea. But like I thought that this name was like so clever, and I was the first one to think of it. Turns out Laura was like way ahead of me. We messaged back and forth just for a few minutes and got a little bit of her like ghosty origin story, and just the God thing of it all. Like just so cool that I bet there's so many people out there that they just scratch their head and they're like, I don't really know how, but like I can't imagine my life without it.
Seriously, life changing, which is crazy to say about a comedy podcast, but it's true.
Yeah. Like Seinfeld, but less Jewish.
One day, Ghostie Island will also make it even more life changing for you. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's the
Hopefully,
idea, right?
I just wrote a jingle to single ladies. Single ladies, but it's single ghosties, and I'm gonna make Laura record it for.
That's great. I love that. Is Timon a part of Ghostie Island?
No, don't think so.
It's too prime time.
Yeah, that's too.
We just barely got T on C like recently, so he's not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Laura tried to get all the backseat boys.
That's funny.
This is great. All right, well, shoot. We're gonna call this a wrap on our first Ghostie co-hosty guest appearance. It was wonderful. Thanks so much for joining us. It was a pleasure to meet you. It was an honor to have you. And yeah, we will see you around.
The legend of Maddie continues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Or should I say thank you? It was an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Thanks so much, Maddie. Corey, we didn't really talk too much about the actual Ghost Runners episode, so I think we need to touch on a couple of these little things, like from episode 434. After they talked about the Forrest Frank concert, Brad mentioned the movie Dunstan Checks In, and that just like, I was so happy to hear that Brad also likes this movie. Have you seen this movie?
It sounds familiar, but I can't recall like offhand.
It's the guy. So he kind of described it a little bit. It's like a father and his two sons who live in a hotel.
Yeah.
It's like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody before that existed.
Yeah.
But like somehow a monkey comes into the hotel or whatever, and all these shenanigans happen. But the father is actually George Costanza from Seinfeld.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's hilarious in it. They talked about Grab, the Uber of Vietnam.
Right.
I'm jealous. Like that looks so fun.
It did. Yeah. The videos of Isaac and Jake. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
In fact, why don't they have something like that here? Do you think it's like a liability thing? Or maybe it's just like it doesn't really make sense other than like maybe New York City or...
Yeah, I think it's probably that. And also like, I think we're in the United States because like there's more roads than there are maybe like any like driving than any other form of transportation. There's maybe a little less like lawlessness on the road. And that's probably not the right way to put it. But if you've been to any like other countries like in the Caribbean or whatever, or just probably like I think the Philippines, just any country that could be like maybe closer to third world potentially, like they do not follow any road rules. Like they're all kind of, there's like a lane kind of thing that's bigger than an American or like a USA lane, and that's not the right way to put it, but like there's way too many cars or vehicles or of some sort in that,
and yet there are fewer vehicles. It's like there are less vehicles, but like they get congested because the street, I feel like it's not like built for having a bunch of cars and stuff. When I was in Fiji for a while, there were so few cars in Fiji that everyone knew each other's license plates. I think there was only like 4 digits on each license plate, maybe 5. And like the kids would be like, "Oh, that was Y7X14 or whatever." Like they knew all the cars by their license plate. It was kind of funny. Like they didn't say like, "Oh, there goes a Honda Civic."
Yeah.
I actually don't even know what kind of cars they were. They were so old and beat up and stuff most of the time. But yeah, I always thought that was kind of fun.
They probably all do like classical conversations like Brad's kids, and that's like their way. They sing, and your kids too. Like, and they sing about the license plates, and that's how they remember. Like,
hold on, I'm gonna take a quick cut
John
to
down
move
the
this
road.
fan because this is bothering my peripheral vision. Hold on.
Oh, it's like moving or
One
whatever.
sec. All right, we're back. I moved the fan, so I think we're good now. So Vietnam.
Lots of dongs.
Yeah, lots of. Oh man, Shelby had a great point. Like the guys talk about. Was it this episode or the next episode that they made like a bunch of dong jokes?
I think it was the first. I think it was 434.
And then they also happened to talk about like language, and they were like, "Yeah, I mean, like it's funny that they made such a big deal about language." This is Shelby. This was her point. She's with the baby right now, but she wanted to make sure this was mentioned. She's like, they made such a big deal about cussing and like language and like, "Oh, aren't you guys Christians? How are you cussing?" Like when they talked about cussing in other languages.
Yeah.
But she felt like all of the not potty humor, bodily part humor or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was like, it was so heavily leaned on that like, I probably prefer just to hear a couple of actual cuss words than like all of the dong
in a
jokes.
different language.
No, I mean like in real life.
Okay.
Like because,
in English.
Yeah, you hear those like in movies here and there.
Yeah.
But it's like to hear like a bad word that kind of makes you cringe rather than like something that maybe puts some imagery in your head or just kind of inappropriate or whatever. Again, this is not a podcast for kids, so there is no judgment. It was just a observation of sorts.
A very long observation.
My bad. Sure.
No, I'm just kidding. No. I was a joke.
Okay.
Because it was about dongs. Tried too hard.
My bad, dude. My bad. Okay, so I think we should just hop right into the next episode.
Yeah.
Episode 435. The intro, again, Maddie mentioned it, but both of the short intros this week were hilarious.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, which episode was it that they did the dead rat?
It was the first one.
Okay.
434,
So they did the dead rat bit again, which
Yeah.
makes me wonder.
We have some questions.
Like, maybe they're out of reviews.
Yeah. So
Maybe-
we're gonna test it.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave a review
That's right.
on. Is there a specific source that they're looking at? Do you know? It's probably Apple.
Apple Music.
Yeah.
Because
I've never left a review before.
Spotify,
so.
you just do 5. You just do the number of stars.
But that's it.
Yeah, but yeah, actually, I left a ghostie review, and actually, it was from the name of my review was Ghostie on Second.
Yeah.
But then I realized, and it was kind of I thought it was a clever little review. Then I realized they don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the podcast.
I have an idea I just now thought of, and and then we'll see if it gets.
That's great. Okay,
we'll
fine.
see. Yeah.
So yeah, we got more dead rat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a couple things they talked about in this episode that I thought were fun. Without even looking at the notes real quick.
Sure.
Friday Fever Paddle is out now.
Yep.
On FridayPickle.com. FridayPickleball.com? I don't know. But you know what? I might as well say it now. I bought a Friday Fever Paddle.
Oh, you did?
I freaking did it, dude.
Nice. How much was it?
$99.
Nice.
The price is going to go up by $20 or $30 like on Sunday, I think.
Okay.
And I was a part of like 5,000 other people who joined in on like the early text. It was something like an Instagram ad where you text this number and then they give you early access. So you can, it goes live to the public on Friday. So on Thursday today, they sent out the link. I hopped on and there was only 4 like different designs and 2 of them were like, it said like low inventory on them already.
Wow.
So I just hopped on that one. I got like, it's like a white, I think it's called not Ghostie, but I think it's called like Ghostly.
Okay.
No, that was the Challenger
words.
paddle. So I also got a Challenger paddle for Shelby or for you, whoever, whichever.
Yeah. Going all in on
we just
pickleball.
we gotta go play pickleball. We mentioned this last week.
Yeah.
We've never played pickleball, so I figured we have to do this now.
Yeah. Make it worth it.
Yeah. So that was cool. And also they sent out like a thing. They send you out a referral code when you're done. So if you like refer your friends, they get $5 off, and then you get $20 in credit for the store. But like everybody who buys something, they send you out like a, what's that code? Not a referral code. It's like a link. It's the name of a link.
Like a QR code?
No, it's what people like influencers use this. Affiliate.
Yeah.
Affiliate
Affiliate
link.
marketing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay, so anyway, so they talked about the Friday Fever Paddle coming out and how Jake couldn't get on any of the pickleball podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Jake,
That's
if you want
hilarious.
to come on Ghosties on Second,
Yeah, we can make this a pickleball podcast
we could
for
do-
you.
Yeah. In fact,
Get famous.
get on our pod. You can talk about your paddles.
Yeah.
You can spotlight them as much as you want, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can run ads here for
Yeah.
our main demographic that's watching this right now are like major league pickleball players.
Major League, yes.
Yeah.
In fact, if you want to use my affiliate link to get $5 off your next purchase, I'll have it in the link in the comments below. You get $5 off, I get $20 off. So
Yeah.
It's
It's a
pretty cool.
it's a win, more win.
it's a win, quadruple win.
yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
I'll take it. All right, so they talked about the Friday Fever Paddle. Jake couldn't get on any pickleball podcasts. He said it was funny because it's like guys that he's even worked with in the past were like, "No, we're good." And I was wondering about that. I was just thinking, do you think it's because it's a pickleball company, like it's a paddle company, and they just don't want to get like a company involved? Like, I wonder why they said no.
Yeah, maybe they don't want to seem like they're necessarily biased in
Right.
one direction. Like more for the community's sake. Like if they have like a loyal pickleball specific audience that like trusts their judgment and like thinks that they'll be honest, whatever. But if they would be like, oh, you sold out, or I don't know.
Ooh, I
It's
wonder
probably
if,
not like that serious, but
I wonder if
don't
it's
know
something
what
like Big Pharma, but like Big Pickle,
Yeah.
Big Pickleball.
Big
There's a
Pickleball.
company out there that's like paying everyone off. Like, hey, you're not allowed.
yeah.
If you have them as guests,
Right.
we'll pull your funding. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
How else is a pickleball podcast getting funding?
Exactly. No,
Just kidding.
Bro, I can't wait to see that pickleball movie coming out with Jake Johnson. Have you heard about this?
I feel like Jake mentioned it.
Yeah,
at some
Jake's
point.
talked about it a couple
okay.
times. And I want to say that Jake's involved in it at somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
Jake
in
Johnson.
it or
No.
yeah, exactly. I
cool.
thought it was really fun. The have you seen any of the ads that the guys put out, that Friday Pickle put out recently, of them like Jake's like dressed as a nurse or a doctor or something, and he's like got a fever.
I don't think I have
Yeah,
actually.
but
No.
pretty
I saw
good.
some of them around like the holidays, but I haven't seen too many.
I'm gonna put a
don't-
screenshot of one right here
Okay.
for the audience. All right, so also they talked about things that some people might recognize from
Yeah.
one thing, but other people might recognize that same thing from something else.
Yeah.
A la,
Yeah, the example was I think the "Hey Now You're an All-Star" song.
totally a
Right.
Shrek song.
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
for me and you.
Yeah.
That's a Shrek song.
Yeah.
And Brad was like, yeah, I remember like listening to that in my car as a kid. I don't remember that as much. I just remember 100% Shrek. Shrek came out around Thanksgiving or Christmas. I think it was Thanksgiving. And if you bought the DVD at Walmart or Target or something, it came with a CD with five songs on it. It was a Christmas album.
I don't remember
You don't remember this?
But this sounds very much like our childhood.
Yeah,
like,
this
there's,
is so
little
funny.
demo, like bonus things,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Do you remember also a time when like Pizza Hut did a promotion where they had like those little mini CDs that were like this
Yeah,
big?
my wife Kedra and I've talked about this like
Really?
many times recently.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
just like weird nostalgic things.
So many funny promotions.
Yeah,
It was like
tons of things in
physical
cereal.
things.
Yeah. Or like
toys in cereal.
this,
Yeah.
or like cut this little thing off the cereal thing and like send a check for like
Yeah, mail it in.
$2.99 or something, and you'll get like a full on Britney Spears CD or something. You
Dude,
know?
yes. That is so, and exactly, Britney Spears.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But so a couple other things they talked about was like Derek Jeter and the Got Milk commercials, Mark
Yeah.
Cuban, like
That would be wild if people were like with the Derek Jeter thing. I mean, I think if you recognize his face, you would probably like, oh, that's Derek Jeter. You probably wouldn't think like, oh, that's just the Got Milk guy.
Yeah,
like,
you know
why would
what?
he be in the Got Milk commercial?
Also, I thought the Got Milk campaign, I thought that there was like tons of different celebrities, athletes. I never really thought of it as like a Derek Jeter thing.
Yeah, I think like also there's not many commercials at this point in my life that I remember because the last like I don't know probably 5 to 8 years like just no cable, you know, so
Yeah.
not a lot of exposure to commercials outside of like maybe the Super Bowl or something.
But what
you
about
know?
YouTube? Do you have YouTube Premium?
I do not.
I have YouTube Premium. We have like a family plan that like my brother Andrew, my parents, I think Josiah, like after it's all said and done, I think we each pay $7 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Like never having ads on YouTube. And then secondly, you can turn the screen off and still listen.
That's nice.
So there are plenty of times that I'll be watching the pod on my phone and then I got to go do
It's
something.
not convenient anymore.
And I just turn off the screen and I'm still listening, but I can do some housework, whatever. Then I can come back. If I hear something that they're like, they say something funny, I just go grab the phone, pull it up real quick. YouTube Premium has been a game changer. Oh, game changer from last week. YouTube Premium. And then First World Problems or Champagne Problems.
Champagne problems. Same thing. It's first world problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that my current champagne problem is the AC in my minivan. For some reason, I don't know what's wrong with it, but like after like 15 or 20 minutes, the AC, like the cold goes away.
Yeah.
I think it's like when I think my coolant is out or something. I don't know. Either way, like driving to work is a 15-minute drive. So if I'm going to or from work,
Right.
I'm golden.
You're like riding the last like 60 seconds or like, oh no, I'm at the light. I wish it was
Yeah.
green. Like,
Oh, and that's the
could've
worst.
made it.
If I'm like sitting idling at a red light for a long period of time, like it happens faster. So it
Yeah.
definitely has something to do with like the wind going over the engine while I'm driving.
yeah,
or
it's
something, keeping it
transmission or
cool.
something. Yeah.
Either way, that's my champagne problem
Don't
right now.
even
Is
about cars. Yeah.
but hey, so much of the world doesn't even have cars,
Yeah.
let alone air conditioning
Yeah.
in their cars.
Right. when I was listening to Jake and Brad and Timon go through the schmores of this, I could not think of anything like off the cuff. And then like as the episode was closing, I probably the last like 5 or 10 minutes, I was just really thinking, like, just had a data dump of a bunch of champagne problems. Yeah. But I will say I thoroughly loved Jake's.
Yes.
Like I was hoping that someone was going to address it, and thankfully Brad did at the end too. And I love that he was just like last minute, he was like, you know, he was going to answer it that way, switch to that. So I'm sure some folks, maybe not everyone, uses like DoorDash on occasion or Uber Eats. And I think a champagne problem that I've noticed recently is when you have to like wait a little extra time for a DoorDash driver because they're delivering not just to you but to someone else first. And then you also can't see like where they're at. Like instead of like, you know, stalking them in the app, you're like, all you can see is just like they're out there somewhere, like while my food's getting cold.
Yes. Let me tell you, less than a month ago, we ordered some sushi. Yeah. I forget the occasion, but it was like kind of later at night. Like it was one of those last minute dinner things. And I was like, okay, I even clicked the rush, the priority order, right? So that we would be the first ones in line to get, so that wouldn't happen to us. Yeah. Well, the lady, so we live sort of close to the airport. The lady somehow, like she was in Tampa, coming from Tampa to Town and Country. Yeah. She like hopped on the Veterans Expressway or something.
She went on like Clearwater or something.
No, she thank God, no. She took like the wrong little exit or pull off or whatever, and she went into the airport.
Oh no, and had that's to, like, almost as bad.
Go like through the airport, like the airport.
She had to go all the way around, like she was picking somebody up.
Yeah, she had to go through the arrivals line and stuff, and like, oh, dude, and it was. Thank God it was sushi. It didn't have to be hot or anything. Right. But like if it was hot food, it definitely would have been cold by the time it got here. But like watching that on the app, like seeing her, I half expected, because you just never know these days. I half expected when she showed up that there would be somebody like in her passenger seat, that like maybe she just took a detour personally to pick somebody up from the airport. I was like, I thought maybe for a second she did that. Yeah. Wild things that happen. I mean, like, put in the comments below any kind of a crazy or funny Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, whatever order experience, because it's always interesting too when somebody shows up and it's not the actual person. It's like they're using like their girlfriend's account or their boyfriend's account or their sister's account.
I don't really care too much about that. As long as the food's there and the order's good.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But then my next one is adjacent to this, but just like the fact that some restaurants are not an option. Like maybe you have one in mind that you're like, oh, I'd really love, like, I don't know, every once in a while, even through this like weight loss journey that I'm on, I just want like a donut, like a fancy donut from like a fancy donut place. And this place that I've normally been getting donuts from, like previously when I wasn't on the weight loss journey.
Name drop it.
It's Bam Bar, I think is the name of it. It's like up in Newport Richie. It's just like a hole in the wall shop. And they have this like, it's almost like icing filled donut, which is like, it's terrible for you. And then there's this other place called, I think it's called Cosmic Donuts. I think it used to be Jupiter Donuts, but they have this
up
like
on US 19.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher up now, but like they just recently moved. But they have like this Death by Chocolate donut, and I kid you not, the last time, it's like maybe this big, and the last time I had it, I felt like I was getting diabetes, like right, like in the moment, like I could feel like you know all the sugar like rushing through me. But no,
Corey's heart went.
Yeah. Yes, I mean truly, I was like you start like rethinking all of your decisions. Like, what am I doing? I need to drink a ton of water.
Okay, so I've also been on this weight loss journey, caloric deficit, working out. This past week was not a great week. Yeah, it was not a great week.
Wasn't perfect for me either. So.
I went over on 4 of my days, which disheartening to say the least. But
the fact that you're tracking and still being conscious of your, And
I've been keeping that in mind, staying positive, staying encouraged. Also, like. This morning at the gym, freaking kicked my butt. Like the personal trainer guy, he was doing all this stuff with like lats and biceps and all this stuff. Like, it's always when you feel like completely spent at the end of just like 40 minutes in the gym, that feels so good. Yeah. So like that like rejuvenated me today.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm trying to get like Maddie and like need to get bigger shirts.
Yeah. Bigger.
For your biceps.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've always had to keep getting bigger shirts because I'm getting bigger, but to get bigger shirts for your biceps, that's a whole next level.
Exclusively, yeah. I still have some more too. Do you have any more?
No, but what I was gonna end that story with is
sorry.
In the cupboard there was, from the last time Shelby had made cakes or something, a thing of milk chocolate fudge icing.
Ooh.
I found so grandma had like a box of like cinnamon graham crackers.
Yeah.
Graham crackers?
Dipping that in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Break off a piece of cinnamon graham cracker, dipped into the chocolate icing. Dude, that was so good.
Oh, of course.
And then I'm not a milkman when it comes to, like, I always want to, because you always say like milk and cookies, or like Tyler and Anita.
Yeah,
like,
I was literally
people.
about to say Tyler is a big, like,
Tyler
I just want to have a full glass of milk. Yeah.
I can't do that.
And
I
regret
think
it
I'm
later,
lactose
probably.
intolerant.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I guess we're not supposed to be. Anyway. But yeah, so I was chasing it with water, because that's how I like to chase sweets, with water.
Yeah.
So at least I was drinking water.
Yeah. Like watering it down.
Anyway, hey, we're a couple of recovering fat kids over there. All right, keep going with your champagne problems.
Yeah. So the next one, and this is, I'm sure, gonna hit home for a lot of people too, is all too many streaming services. Like, we have so many streaming services. Whether I think we have a couple of your logins. Probably shouldn't say that, but like, there's so many options that we have no idea what to watch. Like, multiple times a year, or multiple times a month even. It's like we get through a show and it's like, what should we watch? And then we get kind of stuck just looking at. There's too many options. Nobody don't want to commit. I'm sure everyone can relate to that. So that's
the other thing with that is, well, two things. Okay, first, 100% I agree with you. Way too many options. When we were kids, we watched the same 6 movies.
Oh yeah,
over and over and over again.
Before,
our kids, it's like they want to watch a different movie every night.
Yeah.
And they complain about if we put on a movie that's like not exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Dusty's top 5. I'm looking at you, boy. I'm looking at you, Justice. Other part of that, though, is that if I was watching alone, I can think of something every time. I know exactly what I want to put on. If me and Shelby are sitting there together,
that's true. Yeah.
Much more difficult, because I'm like keeping her in mind. I love documentaries.
Okay.
I really enjoyed The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary recently. 10 episodes. Each one was like at least an hour long.
Yeah.
Really, I
think I did watch that, actually.
She does not like documentaries at all.
Well, that's also a sports documentary.
Yeah. And she's also more into, I think, just like crime mystery TV shows and stuff, and which I enjoy that too.
Sure.
Like she really likes the show Suits. We like, I think we watched like 2 seasons of Suits.
Nice.
And then somewhere in season 3, like I was just kind of like had Suits fatigue, and we just haven't gotten back on board with that yet.
Tired of wearing suits.
But we did just find a show the other day called The Man on the Inside.
Okay.
Kind of a fun, delightful little show. The guy who created The Office and Parks and Rec. And The Good Place.
Nice.
And the name of the actor, oh my goodness, Ted Danson. That's right.
Nice.
You recognize the name?
I don't.
Originally from Cheers. Ted Danson.
Okay.
Anyway, he's been on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and he was in The Good Place. He played like the head angel.
Okay.
Who turns out to be somebody
else.
else.
We watched maybe a few episodes of that, or maybe even a season or 2.
Yeah, if you saw Ted, in fact, I'm going to put Ted Danson's picture right here. Ted Danson. Good looking.
I thought you were going to say The Man in the High Castle. Have you ever watched that?
I've heard of it. I've watched the first episode.
Yeah.
I just fell off.
Totally different like genre to anything you just mentioned. Different. But it's like alternate reality of historical.
As if World War II ended up differently, right?
Yeah, like Nazis took over maybe like up to the Rockies from the East Coast. Yeah. And then Japan took like everything west and the Rockies is like the neutral zone or something.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
But it's very cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch that when I have the time, maybe. I still haven't seen.
You will never watch it.
I still haven't watched, what is it? Daredevil Reborn. It's on Disney Plus.
I haven't watched that one.
I really want to watch that.
Yeah.
There's a couple things. But anyway, keep going, my man.
Yeah. The next one I kind of thought of, and I'm not sure exactly how to articulate this, but
Shelby is back. I'm sorry, babe. I know it's been quite a night for you. I'm sorry. So Corey, sorry, we interrupted you, my man. What were you saying? What was the last champagne problem? You were talking about having gone all day without drinking water?
Yeah, I think just like getting towards the end of the day and feeling like kind of parched. To be honest, I kind of feel this way right now, even though I've been drinking a little bit here during the episode, but just feeling like, oh, shoot, I really didn't drink much water today. Like like again, champagne problems because some people don't even have access to clean water, but we do, and we're too busy to drink it, or to remember to drink it.
Yeah, we have like our big Stanley cups that we keep with us at work and stuff, and
Yeah, it doesn't even make. I mean, for me, it's on my desk, and forget about it. It's there, and I mean, truly, I have a coffee warmer thing like that sits on my desk, like a little hot plate. And now, I mean, literally the coffee station is within, I can kind of lean over here with the thing with, the headphones in and like pour it, just go off camera for a second. So people aren't seeing what is he doing and then come back and I fill up my cup. So I drink coffee until like 12 at this point.
Is that the Ember cup?
I don't think so. It's like some Amazon one. I told Kadra that I need a new one, I think, because it's not like running as hot as before. And she said, please just wait till Father's Day. Because I usually am just like, it's like $20 or $30 on Amazon or something.
Dude, I have this Father's Day card. I don't know if my parents still listen to the podcast or not, but I have this Father's Day card. Yeah, that I got from my dad like 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago.
At least 3.
No, not at least 3. It's either 2 or 3.
Feels like it's been sitting there for like
it could not have lasted that long. Either way, it's like
disintegrating.
Cool like Star Wars Father's Day card, and I put it in my backpack, and then it like just kind of slipped into the unknown region of a backpack, like just amongst other papers and stuff. Well, when I found it, it was like far too long after Father's Day, and then I totally forgot about it the next year.
Far away.
It was in a galaxy far, far away. Anyway, so. Fingers crossed that I remember this year.
This is what
love you, Dad.
It's like I try to handle like my side of the family stuff, and I'll be like, hey, have you got your family's things covered? And then it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, and then like nothing happens, and I'm like, I should have done it. I should have done it.
This is the same for us too. Like Kadra will be like, did you get your dad something, or did you get another family member something? And I'm like, no, it's just like
Did we get your parents anything for Christmas? I don't think we did.
Really?
I'm pretty sure we didn't
this
because
past Christmas?
I left. Well, I made a couple of suggestions, and you're like, "No, that's not good enough." And
Because
I'm like, but
I
you know
thought
what's
that
really not good enough?
Nothing. Yeah.
I think that was really my list.
Well, I loved that they talked about texting 911.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear this part? And he's like, this is my PSA, texting 911. And then Brad's like, what's the number for that? And he's like, I don't know. I love you guys. You're so freaking funny. Brad also asked about, like, what is a condo to you? They were talking about how on the Branson trip, they stayed in a condo. Mm-hmm. And for years, I wondered that same question. I have a much better understanding now because we actually lived in a condo. I always thought that a condo.
When did you live in a condo?
In Oldsmar.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Which I
forget about the main place you lived.
I thought that a condo. I mean, I thought that what we lived in was an apartment, and then one day somebody told me it was a condo.
Yeah, different.
Because I always thought that a condo was like a 2-story thing, but then I found out about a townhome.
Yeah,
and how there's a townhome, there's a condo, there's an apartment.
Is it not about the structure? It's about the ownership, right?
Yeah. That's what it's about.
Owned.
Yeah. Well, between apartment and condo, you're right. Condo would be like someone owns like individually owned units, and then apartment would be managed by one leasing company or one owner, and then townhouse is like a condo, but it's usually, like you said, a 2-story, and they're all like side by side.
And then Sight and Sound was really cool that he mentioned Sight and Sound.
Oh, yeah, because we love Sight and Sound.
Yeah, we've seen a couple. Have you ever seen any of this?
We've never been to any shows live.
Yeah, we've never seen it in person, but they actually have an app, and you can pay for like a subscription service, and they have so many. We only watched a handful of them. We watched not Daniel. Did we watch Daniel?
No, we watched David.
We watched David, and we watched another one.
No? Joseph, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they were fantastic. And like exactly what he says, like the production quality is amazing. They have like so many live animals coming throughout the show.
That's cool.
There's like, I mean, the stage is humongous. It's like I feel like Broadway, probably a little bit smaller because like the theaters they're building in the city with something like Sight and Sound, they have like the sky is the limit. Like literally they have as much space as they needed. Like they built that for that. They had all that space. So
and
very cool.
Feels like top-notch talent, like the voices and that. Oh my gosh, just amazing.
Awesome.
But also, did you mention like what our introduction to Sight and Sound was? The movie?
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, it was like their first movie that they ever did, and that was our first time experiencing them, right?
Yeah.
That we knew. It's I Heard the Bells. It's a
Heard
Christmas
Bells.
movie. It's a tearjerker. I'll tell you,
Fantastic.
make you cry, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's become one of our, regular. We have to watch it.
Yeah,
At
and
Christmas now.
it's only been like out for 3 years, I think now, right?
Yeah. Two or three. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been out for as long as I haven't given my dad that Father's Day card. And then I think that's pretty much it. They had s'mores.
Yeah.
they talked
That
about
went
a
on
lot.
pretty much to the end.
Yeah, and lots of
Honorable mentions.
lots of honorable
Champagne
mentions.
problems. Yeah.
Don't have time to go through all that, but
Yep.
I mean, it was a great week for the Ghost Runners pod. It was a great week for us to have Maddie. What did you think of the interview with Maddie?
Oh, that was just so much fun. It was so cool to meet her. You were talking about feeling left out of something, and I don't remember why.
The Facebook
But I
group?
felt like I totally feel left out because I'm not on Facebook at all.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just not a social media person. So I don't know a lot. Oh, you were talking about missing inside jokes or something.
Yeah.
And
Not knowing
and there's a
context.
lot
Yeah.
of things that I don't know because I'm not a part of all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's fun when I get to ask and learn and
I somehow feel like, in some ways, still kind of feel a little bit that way, at least from the Facebook perspective. Because I mean, there's a ton of people like that, a ton of people in that community that are just very active, and I maybe just kind of like take a peek every once in a while and maybe put something, but like I just don't have or want to, I guess, invest the time necessarily.
yeah. Even when I
so-
was on Facebook, I was a part of one Facebook group once that a friend invited me to that was like for moms,
Yeah.
and they were like, everybody share your birth story. Everybody share that. And I was like, and that's actually stuff that I love, but I just was like, I never
Yeah.
like, are all of these people, I way overthought it. Like, are all of these people like, they're all best friends, like apart from this.
yeah.
And I'm the outsider coming in. Like, I'm not going to make a video of myself and post it, like talking about all these personal things. Like, people actually want to listen to me.
That's funny because the first video that I ever posted in the Ghost Runners pod Facebook was like last year when they were doing the running challenge thing, and I was just like, I just started, just do it if you've been wanting to do it and you haven't done it yet. Just do it. Just go for a run or whatever. And I was like, and hey, I think other people should post more videos in here, and it never caught on. Like, and I wonder if they had that same thought that you have. It's just like, oh no, surely not me. But it's just, I think that's part of, I've already talked about this, but that's part of why we had Maddie on. Like, part of the whole reason for this show even is just to keep expanding the community and also get a deeper dive into the community, like get to know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's-
building real connection.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it is hard. Like, I mean, just having relationship through social media and stuff. So it's cool when you actually, it was really awesome. Like to see like, hey, real person, there's her face, there's her voice.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of her life. So that was really cool.
Speaking of community, the Ghosties on Second community, a couple of shout outs here on the Spotify. Anna says, yay, thanks for reading my comment. I got so excited listening in the car and was like, yes, they read my comment, and then had to explain to my dad what I was talking about. You got 2 new subs, one on my account and one on my mom's, with a laughing emoji. Another great episode. Keep up the good work. 100 clapping hands. And she said, I also agree with Micah. Micah said, I was genuinely waiting for this next episode. I know a lot of times you guys like to keep on track, but I think some of the funniest moments from Ghost Runners is when they get completely off track. Feel free to just go off. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And of course, Tater Taco Zombie said, so who is starting Ghosties on 3rd, 4th, 6th? I almost want to do Ghosties on 12th. The after show for the after show for the after show for Ghost Runners. Just spitballing. Well, Tater Taco Zombie, dude, you just heard it a little while ago. Ghosties on 3rd is actually happening any day now. So that's super awesome. And that's all I got for today. I'll read some YouTube comments another time. Wi-Fi's being spotty right now. So,
Champagne problems.
champagne.
Yeah, we said it like 100 times now. Champagne problems.
Dude, cheers to that.
Yeah.
And with that, it has been episode 6 of Ghosties on Second. I can't believe it is episode 6 of Ghosties on Second. Thank you guys for your love, for your support, for your kind comments, and just for having fun. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's cheers our microphones.
Champagne.
All right. Well, hey, ghosties, much love.